north of the border in Toronto, the setting for the Pelicans. Zion Williamson ready to put his explosive abilities on full display tonight for his team as they wind up for game time at Scotiabank Arena. Pelicans, Raptors, tip-off just moments away. Hi everybody, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Ali LaForce. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
And he's been on a roll during these last few months. Getting better in terms of scoring the ball and proving to be a key part of this team as we move farther along in the season.
All right, let's take a look at New Orleans' starting lineup. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. And for the Raptors, Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. The perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram, and it's quickly in at the point. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise. And with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on top.
It's a beautiful thing. Shams, appreciate the report.
You gotta like the quick decision-making from Barrett. Not even hesitating at all off the catch.
Williamson against Barnes. Jones with a screen on Barnes. Williamson passes to Jones, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, when guys like Jones elevate, watch out.
Outside Barrett, the 3-ball, drills it from deep. Barrett's got 6.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Ali.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. We talked about the problems that Zion Williamson could give a team inside. And Coach said it's not about the shots that Zion makes, it's about the shots his teammates miss. We have to make sure that we body up Zion and not let him convert misses into makes. Might be hard finding volunteers willing to body up Zion. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Ali.
I know Barrett loves to strike from the corners. He just trusts himself to make that shot.
Jordan with a screen on quickly. Fires the 3. Barnes with the rebound.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive, and they've been proficient.
And he throws it down with one hand.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Ingram, and a slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, give a guy like Ingram some room, and he will put it down on him.
Jones feels it out. On the wing, Murray. Back to Jones. And the dunk by Jones.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
A long-limbed 6'5" guard, Grant. Talk about what DeJounte Murray brings to the table.
Oh, man, defense, defense, defense. I mean, he's led the league in steals, B.A. And Murray is really good at disrupting the point of attack, making things hard on the opposing ball handler.
That's just another level to Zion's game that can make him even more lethal.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the gameplay. Walter, he's checked in for Toronto. Looking at the 2K leaderboard, now that we're into the second half of the season, these are the teams that have been grabbing steals and converting on the other end. Number 1, the Raptors.
Back half of the year, they've been much more aggressive in creating turnovers, and their offense has really benefited.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
And not really a go-to for Barnes, but nice stroke on the corner shot.
Williamson outside. Pass to Jordan. Tipped away. It's stolen by Barnes. And a fast break now for the Raptors. Now quickly. Toronto passing it around. Walter from outside. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram.
Yeah, and Brandon Ingram is just a very willing passer for a guy who can score like that.
Murray passes to Jones. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jones has gotten his third basket of the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Barnes against Williamson. Takes a three. Hurdle grabs a miss. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 6-point game. The last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
And they really threw their weight around last time. They got to the free throw line a lot, and it helped secure the win.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pelicans trail by 9. 34 seconds left to play in the first. Murray against Quickly. Here's the three. Rebound Toronto. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
A missing piece was their offensive rebounding. There were just way too many one-and-done possessions for them.
Yeah, they weren't as aggressive on the offensive glass, and that really made a difference in the game.
From downtown, the shot off that time. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Toronto out in front. They're up by 11. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
They've got Walter. He's out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Murray Boyles in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. And as teams run through the finish line of the season, Graham, there must be a certain amount of reflection happening.
For teams that are out of it, they might start that process now. But who has time for that if you're playoffs bound? Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Picked by Misi. Poole from long range. Misi, great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Ryan?
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report. So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. The Raptors making a change here. Barrett's checked in, and then for New Orleans, Williamson's checked in for Misi. Jones comes in for Bay, and Trey Murphy subbed in for Poole. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Defying the laws of physics, Zion Williamson.
It has been special watching Zion since he came into the league, had that stand.
Look, B.A., I'll tell you this. Zion is unique in the way he plays the game. Not many guys are even capable of doing the things he does. Players like him don't come around often.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Spears, guarded by Quickly. Williamson outside. Shot clock at 6, down low. And the basket by Queen.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. Walter from outside. Pelicans cleared away. For three, Fears. Offensive board. It's good on the putback.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's Mamukelashvili. Banked it in off the glass. Mamukelashvili's got his first basket of the night.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Some changes for Toronto. Scotty Barnes comes in for Mamukelashvili. And Ingram is subbed in for Walter. And a change for the Pelicans. Jordan's checked in.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Here's Fears, guarded by Quickly. Fears' shot is off.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Ingram, the pass to Barrett. Outside for Ingram. Three-pointer. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
Well, you can't give a guy like Ingram a look like that from beyond the arc.
Pelicans trail by 19. Here's Williamson. Oh, are you kidding me?
My goodness.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. And the new front office for New Orleans aiming to set a high standard, Stan.
Yeah, B.A., amidst some adversity with help, the Pelicans have to focus what's in their hands to control and lead.
Oh, a highlight jam by Zion. Wow.
Well, to Zion, a little bit of contact is nothing. I'm not even sure he feels it.
Here's Barrett. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barrett's got 5 points in the quarter.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. DeJounte Murray's checked in for the Pelicans. All right, a chance to check out stats for him.
Over the last 10 games, he's been on an absolute tear, finding all kinds of ways to be a thorn in the opposition's side, just working on offense and getting the looks he wants out there.
Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Williamson for three. Quickly with a rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Barnes passes to Quickly. No good with the triple. Pelicans trail by 17. Pass to Williamson. Great work in close from Zion.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Raptors have gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. Fires in the triple.
Well, Ingram, with the way he shoots the ball, he is a big threat from the corner.
That's good from Jones. And the assist from Williamson. Williamson's got 5 assists tonight. Outside Barnes. 4-3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Jordan. Murray up top, guarded by Quickly. Murray passes to Jones. Rejected by Barnes. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. And the Pelicans with possession here, trailing by 19. Williamson for three. He buries it from three. Williamson's got 11 here in the quarter alone. And here's Ingram outside. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Toronto with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Taking a look at the Pelicans, here in the closing week, they can qualify for the play-in tournament, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Pelicans.
Where's the perimeter?
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Scotty Barnes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
So for the Pelicans right now, Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the four. Trey Murphy out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Here's Williamson. The shot misses. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Pass to quickly. Here's Pirtle. The 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Well, he's shooting a high percentage, but not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He needs to be more aggressive on offense.
Now here's Jordan. Now here's Jones, covered by Ingram. Back to Jordan. 6 to shoot. And slam dunk by Jordan.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Pass to Barrett. There's the 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
Jones with the ball, now quickly defending.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? And that one's good. Ingram.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Guys, back over to you.
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Williamson for 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Birtle's got 4 rebounds now. Williamson against Barnes. Let's go with a 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Murray deciding where to go with it. And Ingram with the block.
Ingram there with the defensive effort, putting that 7'3" wingspan to use.
The 3, Barrett. Missed it. 5 for 7 from the field. The Pelicans have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. And again, no good by New Orleans. And here are the Raptors now. They're on a 12-4 run. The 3 is up. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Just a straight flush by Murray. No fret.
Barnes in the post. He's against Williamson. From deep hurdle. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 4 assists now tonight. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Coach, I've heard you say one of the most frustrating things to watch is a team that beats itself.
Yeah, B.A., I think one of the things is before you can win, you got to make sure you don't lose. And when you're doing things like turning the ball over or fouling needlessly, those are probably the two biggest areas. Those are beat yourself types of stats, and it's hard to get away with those at the highest level. Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Graham. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Walter, he's checked in for Toronto. And then for New Orleans, Queen, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's Bay in for Williamson. Here's the floater. Rebound, Toronto.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Here's Walter. And Bay pulls it down.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
From deep, Pirtle hits the trifecta. Pirtle's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
The drive by Murray on the money from 12 feet away.
Yeah, over the years, Murray has worked to make himself a three-level scorer.
Pirtle, the pass to Ingram. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Murray. Picked by Misi. To the paint. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, Murray's got a great feel of when to let that pass go in the pick and roll.
The Raptors have gone 8 of 13 in the second half. Pass to Walter. Back to Barnes. And here's Quickly. The three. He can't get it to go. To the middle. Here's Fears. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Fears has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
And so it's Toronto. A huge 24-point lead for them. And their three-point shooting. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Walter, also Barnes out there, and it's Shed in at point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc. Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Pass to Fears. Picked by Williamson. Nifty move. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Walter from outside. Here's Shed from the arc. And it's Queen with a rebound. New Orleans calls timeout. Scotty Barnes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
With the way he's cooking, they have to find a way to run him off his spot.
Mamukelashvili's checked in for Toronto. Dick comes in for Barrett. And a change for the Pelicans. Jordan's checked in. Pass to Poole. Outside for Bay. Back to Poole. Here's Fears. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over to the left wing. Here's Queen. The kick out to Poole. There's the triple. And again, New Orleans no good. Toronto has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Murray Boyles. Pelicans cleared away.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting 5.
You know, I think I'll go with 2 of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
And yep, it's good.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Inside, Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. Dick, that's good.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Pass to Queen. Now here's Bay. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound. Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Pass to Queen. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Here's Fears. Walter pulls it in.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Here's Mamukelashvili. Rebounded by New Orleans. Bay's got 4 rebounds in the game. For 3, Fears. Can't get it to drop. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Mamukelashvili. Buries it from 3.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Toronto's gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Dick launches a 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Hey, good.
And we see Bay's game evolving over time, including being more aggressive inside.
Pass to Walter. Back to Dick. Fires for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Here's Jordan. And Grady Dick gets a whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. And they tell players, your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
5 to shoot. Ooh, it's stolen away.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Raptors.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they're going to win this one, making this their 47th victory so far.
They were well prepared coming in and showed a real competitive streak.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Scotty Barnes.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Now here's Murray. The D's right on him. Pass to Jones. Now here's Bay. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Dick. Here's Shed, defended by Murray. Here's Shed. Fires from deep. No good. So, no problem for Toronto as they get the win. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence.